let's get this camera right. Now I'm going to take off. Get this camera. Yes. Right. Let's go. Not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. Not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. I'm Elijah, and this is a message that the Lord God hath given unto me to give unto you. Not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. That's found in Zechariah chapter 4, verse 6. Of course, you know, I'm going to tell you Zechariah 4 through 6, but the prophecy starts where in Haggai. When Lord God told Zerubbabel, I'm going to use you as a signet. So that's the signet. That's the signet for gather Israel and Judah from the four corners of the earth where he has scattered them. Let's continue on. Then he said, I'm going to send Elijah for a great and dreadful day of the Lord, and shall turn the hearts of children back to the father, the hearts back to children. Least I come and strike the earth with a curse. That's found in Malachi chapter 4, verses 5 and 6. Of course, I'm going to tell you 4, 5, and 6 because we got to go to Horeb. That's why all this fluff is happening unto us. I mean, it's been prophesied, but we're going to go, you know, those who want to read the Holy Bible, what they call such Holy Bibles. But that's found in Malachi chapter 4 through 6, 9. The last one I'm going to read to myself, and I'm going to read it, but man, this one I'm up here. Malachi chapter 3. Verse 1, behold, I will send my messenger, he shall prepare the way before me, and the Lord whom you seek shall suddenly come to his temple. Even the messenger of the covenant whom you delight in, behold, he shall come, said the Lord of hosts. So that's found in Malachi chapter 3, verse 1. All right. So, you know, prophecy is scattered out all through everywhere. There's prophecy. But, man, Lord God revealed something to me this weekend, man. And it's just like, that's the thing I'm looking for. How a rain every time I come in here, I start sweating. Well, I gotta find something so I can stop all the sweat. Don't worry, I got it right here. Okay, let's go. So you know, I had dreams. Man, did I have dreams? I had them dreams. It's nothing good, man. Nothing good. Now people, just like the Lord God says, stubborn, stiff-necked, rebellious. Now this dream that I had this year, but it's the early part of this year. This dream here might have been this dream here might have been like this February, might have been March or May. Let's see, I was watching this woman make a film with 3 white trays. She was elderly. I was making sure to finish up what this man put. Making sure I finished up with this man putting mud around this tub that had a headstone on it. I was just filling it in. He told me to watch and make sure I didn't put too much mud in the grooves. Next thing I hear these people talking about this black man, how they did him. And I gets up and around, this might have been before George Floyd. Yeah. Get around military personnel, we all have on uniform. I asked one man, is he all right? He said, yes, he is sitting down. And I said, listen up with all that racist BS. That's what I said. There's something coming this week that is going to affect all of us. All of us. Matter of fact, it's already here. One soldier touched my hand. I see the man sitting on the couch. They had with him that mess. So that was yes, this was before George Floyd. When George Floyd, it's like in February. But anyway, let me get to this with the dreams. And I gotta get to, because this is Lord God revealed to me, showed me, it's written down. What's exactly going to happen? He written it down. All right, let's see. Hold on. Sorry about the 242. I got it. Let me see it. All right. I have it. Let's see. Uh, this sheet right here. I got to find out where it starts at. Let's see. King David was hearing an account against the man. They had this young lady sitting next. I want to make sure that's it. All right. This, yeah. They have this young lady sitting next to a man in a coffin with his mouth open. Tells me to follow the bones. So, a young lady, she's sitting down by a coffin. Yeah, you know, when people die, some people mourn. They just sit by the coffin. And she was sitting by the coffin. I don't remember what color clothes she had on. But the man in the casket, he was white, and his mouth was open. And then, yeah, and I was watching her. You know how you shut your eyes like that for a second, and Lord God gives you something that quick. When you get close to God, as soon as you on Sabbath morning, yeah, man, you get close to God. Soon as you get close, you know, you get close to God, as soon as you shut your eyes, God will show you something quick. So it was one of those type of dreams. And then in the audible voices tells me to follow the bones. That's what it said, follow the bones. Now I haven't started following the bones yet, but that's what he told me, follow the bones. All right. King David was hearing an account against the man. King David was hearing an account against the man. That's all I see. All right. Now, me and this woman, this woman I used to date. Yeah, but you know, she was dead. She was, you know, she was. I have to say that. Yeah, she was one of those women. Yeah, she had a whole forehead. Just put it that way. She had a whole forehead. All right. So me and her, we was driving in my truck. We was watching at this man at this bus stop. Think he was going to catch it. We got behind the bus, and when the bus passed, the man he danced in front of us. Yeah, he danced in front of us. Yeah, and like another bus was coming. You know, next thing we was walking up the street with these potholes. Houses looked like people was living in poverty. We passed this one house. She turned and goes in the house. And I see this man following us, but I didn't know who he was. The man goes into the house after she had went into first. And he didn't see her. But next he comes out of the room. They both hug and kiss and glad to see each other. I walks out on the side of the building, on the side of the house. Didn't want anything to do with it. And I was thinking how she made me a part of her mess again. She comes out and looks at me and turns and look at the man and start undressing, taking off her tie. All right. So in this dream, that's around, man. I don't go for that no more because you've never been women. And women be going to church all their lives, you know, regurgitate everything, but they're doing all types of filth. Yeah, oh yeah, they do all type of filth. They church goers. Yeah. They go to church every time the doors open, sing in the choir, and visit other churches and do all that. But you know, they're out there still committing fornication and adultery. That's what they are doing. So, but anyway, so this woman with me and her, yeah, and like I told you, man, now I repented. Yeah, I repented. I used to be out there dating out. Because you get messed up with that dating and everything, you mess with the women in the church house, think they are clean, godly women, then you come to find out they're not. They're no more than church goers. And it's not enough of God. We're gonna visit that today. So there ain't enough God, nothing in it. And you wouldn't think that, oh, this is the one. Me and her gonna get married, and you gonna start having sex and dating and all that before you die. And some years go down the line, and you being asked to marry, you say, I ain't marrying you. I ain't never getting married. And you didn't waste 10, 15 years with that foolishness. Then you go to the next one, another church go, another house, do the same thing. Then you waste 10, 15 more years. Before you know it, you're an old man. You waste your life chasing behind women in the church house thinking that they're of God and they're not. Nothing but beholders. Yeah. So me and this woman was driving in my truck. So as we was driving the truck and everything, I see this bus. I see a man at the bus stop, and I see the bus. So I get behind the bus, thinking that the bus gonna pick up the man and then drive off. So I get behind. So the bus drive off. The man still on the corner, and then he just started dancing, and boy, he gets and break out and dancing. Every person sitting at the bus stop with him. And watching him dance. I'm watching him dance. I don't know what is going on. So the very next scene, I'm out of the truck with the woman. And so both of us are walking up the street. So as we walking up the street, I said, man, this look like a black neighborhood. Yeah, we're in the black neighborhood. They get all paying taxes just like everybody else pay taxes. But they take all your tax money and all your dollars and make sure that side of the city where they live at is kept up, and your side is steadily going down. You think that those people not working. No, it's not that. It's just that you're supposed to take care of everybody in the city, but you're not. You're not. And so they're stealing from Israel. That's how you think they have all this stuff, because they steal it from you. But anyway, let me continue. And so so it's walking. So I'm looking at the holes in the street, and I look at the house. The house is all torn down and falling down and everything. And so I'm looking. I'm wondering, you're in a dream. You don't know, you're in the spirit world. You don't know what's going on, but you follow. So we get to a certain house, and I said, man, look at this house and everything. And so before I know it, she turns and go into the house. And so as she turns and go to the house, I said, man, she know anybody there? To myself, and that's what I'm thinking in the dream. Very next scene, as she goes in the house, and I'm standing like in the doorway about to go in the house. Before I can get in the doorway to go in the house, they have this man that's coming. I see the man following, but I don't know who the man is. So he comes, turns, and go in the house looking for her. And when he first go in the house, he don't see her. The next thing you know, man, he doesn't see her. But she comes out of the room, she sees him. So she go in there, jump in his arms, he jumping on stuff, hugging and kissing and stuff. And I said, man, they had done it to me before. Yeah, they had done it. They take me to some place, they want to meet a man. I don't know. Now I don't know why I'm there. That's to make me jealous or something. So I just go out there, and I stand on the side of the house. And when I stand on the side of the house, next thing she comes out and to a part of the house, and she looks at me, and then she looks back at him. Then she just looked back at me and started taking off her clothes. Now woke up in that dream. Yeah, I've been outside now. I want to be a part of that, man. Y'all don't understand what's going on, man. God is serious. God is angry. Okay, don't think he's not. He's angry. So that was the first. Yeah, well, okay. I can hear myself saying, we walk, and I put her on my shoulder, and we keep walking. I can hear myself saying, we walk, and I put her on my shoulder, and we keep walking. That's what I said. All right. One master of the house that is, one master of the house that is me. I see a lot of the same kittens and puppies and small dogs. So this quick dream vision. I'm looking out in the yard and stuff. All I see is small kittens and small puppy dogs. All of them are black, mixed with white, small. And I said, there's one master of this house, and that's me. I said, one master of the house, that's me. And then I see all these kittens and all these small dogs, and I wake up with that. All right. People get it, confess and help and not help. People get it. Confess of helping and not helping. That's all I see. People get it. Confess of helping and not helping. All right, this was just what it said. You see, the people is audible voice. People get it. I said they confess of helping, but they're not helping. They confess of helping and they're not helping. That's all it was. That's it. So you throwing it away, and I'm going to get it out of the trash. That was next to me. That's all it said. You're throwing it away, and I'm going to get it out of the trash. All the voice saying, okay. We was at the airport. Someone was going. Yes, we was at the airport. Someone, what are you here? We was at the airport. Someone said, what are you doing here? There are people flying in with diplomatic shields, and I see a small set of president in a gold shield. So on this dream, we was at a small, just a small airport. I don't think, even if it was a large major airport, we was on the side where the private jets and things come in like that. And so, so somebody said, what are you doing? What are you doing at this airport? Someone, yeah, said, what are you doing at this airport? And I asked them, what are you doing at this airport? And say, there are people flying in with diplomatic shields. That's what it said. And so when he told me that, so I looked out, so all of a sudden I see the small Cessna airplane jet. And so on the back of it, the president's shield, but it's gold. It's gold. It's not, and the plane is white. The plane is not, the plane is not that cloud of blue or whatever color blue they say in the large plane. No, it's not like that. It's a private jet, and they have a gold shield. The president's gold shield is on. And they said, that's what they say, flying in with diplomatic shields. And I see a small jet with the president's gold shield on. Then I wake up from that. A man sitting on the fence with they had a man sitting on the fence with a British accent. Now I had to take myself out of school, then I could have sat along with you blokes. That's what the man said. He said he had a man, he was sitting on the fence, and he had a British accent. And he said, I wish I hadn't taken myself out of school. Then I could have sit longer with you blokes. That's what he said. That's all he said. He said, no, that was it. All right. Mass description in the decept box, waiting on invoke. Said mass deception in the script box. Where is it? Mad description in the script box and waiting on invoke. That's what it said. Okay, all right. Okay. I was waiting for she was there. Okay, that brings three big women sitting on the bench, dabbing their eyes at me to come over. So that big, three huge women, some big old women sitting down on the bench, and one of them had on was dressed in red and blue, I think, and she had on the false eyelids, false eyelash, and everything, batting her eyes for me to come over there, man. Man, I'm just telling you that. All right, let's see. All right, this is another thing. I was in this house with two men, two children. The children asked for something to eat. Yes, children asked for something to eat, chicken. So I walks forward to the man and he gives me $20. I walk out of the room into the next room. And I know I have to put more money with it, because thus with this to get Popeye chicken. So I asked the man who gave me $20, do you want Popeye chicken? He says no. So I walk and say, I said, we can do this two ways. I can buy chicken, church's chicken, or parade. And one man said, there's no church's chicken around here. I tell him, I know where one is at. And he said, no, and I will cook it myself. So in this dream, yeah, there are children in the house. I'm in the house along with two other men. So one of the men is another huge man sitting on the couch. He's sitting on the couch watching television. So the children ask for food. So when the children ask for food, they want chicken. So the children, two children, they ask for chicken. So I said, well, so I walked over to the man, he gives me $20. So when he gives me $20, I walk back into the kitchen, like, you know, small, look like a kitchen. And I said, man, I'm gonna have to put money with this if y'all want Popeye chicken. So I asked him, said, you want me to get Popeye chicken? He said, no. And I said, well, we can do this two ways. You can have church's chicken or after parade, you know, cookies. And so he said, there's no, one of the other man that's in the house, he said, there's no church's chicken around here. I said, man, I know where church's chicken at. That's what I say. And he said, no. And I said, well, I'll cook it myself. And then I woke up from that dream. All right. All right. This is another audible voice dream. Next dream, all I can remember someone saying they are charging the gates of the Bastille. That's what it said. It said they are charging the gates. Charging the gates up to the Bastille. Charging the gates to the Bastille. That's what it said. And so, man, that's what he said. All right. Another dream I had, quick dream. People talking through holes. So I was on one side and they was on the other side. But the side I was on, you can see through that they had like boxes, but it was, I guess it was metal boxes because the way it would fit. And there was about I want to say about 2 inch by 12 going across, and we had two of them across, so we say 2 inch by 24, but they were separated. And the length of them might have been like 4 to 6 feet length going straight down now. That's all they had. And you could see straight through that to the people on the other side. Yeah, you can see straight through to the people on the other side. But and I was talking to them. And people was talking through the holes on the other side. It's like the Lord see, I didn't whisper out of the dust. Yeah, that's how it looked. But they was on the other side. I was on one side, and they was on the other side. And I could see them through the other side walking. But yeah. All right. Then I see another quick vision. A woman in the storehouse. She had on a black box. She never turned her face to me. And she had she was a big woman. She had on a black and white checkered jumpsuit on. And I saw that. Okay. So I have a lot. Look, yeah, man, I have a lot more dreams for you. But I'm gonna have to stop with that. Stop with that. Because I'll get into dreams. You know, I start to dream. And that's all you'll be hearing. You won't hear no word today, all you'll be hearing dreams. So yeah, I have a dream, but I have some horrible dreams. Okay? I might keep them for tomorrow on 1 hour, but there's some horrible dreams. So let's go. So we're going to second efforts. Going to second efforts. And I'm going to start at the second address, the 13th chapter. But this is the time that you're living in. And the Lord God just keep warning us over and over again, but we don't want to hear it. You know, show me now yet the interpretation of this dream. For I conceive in my understanding war to them that shall be left in those days, much more war to them that are not left behind. For they that were not left were in heaviness. They that were not left in heaven, but they was thinking about the people that were left behind. But let's see, now understand I the things that are laid up in the latter days. That's the days you're living in now. I'll prove that out to you too. And you shall have none to them, and those that are left behind. Therefore are they that come into great perils and many necessities, like as these dreams declare. Yet it's easy for him that is in danger to come into these things, than to pass away as a cloud out of the world, and not see the things that are happening in the last day. And he asked unto me and said, because that's what you're seeing. You're looking at, you living proof, because, man, yeah, I asked God. Yeah, I sought the Lord, God, to show me. And how you can show me? I'm already living in that. So I said, man, I'm already living. I'm asking the Lord God, like you can't see the forest for the trees. That's one of those such situations. I'm already in it, and I'm asking for the seed. Man, come on, bro. You're already living in the latter days. And you see everything that's going on, but you're still trying to seek out prophecies and this thing. Man, you living in it. You gotta ask the Lord God to show you already living in there. So when you read these things and look, see that you're already looking at. The interpretation of the vision shall I show thee, and I will open unto thee the things that has required. Whereas thou hast spoken of them that are left behind. This is the interpretation. This is the interpretation. He that should endure the peril in that time hath kept himself. They that been fallen into danger, such as have works in faith towards the Almighty. So once again, he that should endure the peril in that time hath kept himself. They that be fallen into danger, such as have works faith towards the Almighty. Now therefore, now this therefore, that they which be left behind are more blessed than they that be dead. Yeah, that's the truth. Oh yeah, that's the truth. This is the meaning of the vision. Where thou saw a man coming up out the midst of the sea. Now remember, it said, where thou saw a man coming up in the midst of the sea. The same is he whom God the highest hath kept a great season, which by his own self shall deliver his creatures, and he shall order them that are left behind. And whereas thou seest that out of his mouth there came as a blast of wind, a fire and stone, a blast of wind, a fire and stone. That he held, yeah, and that he held neither sword nor instrument of war, but that the rushing of him destroyed the whole multitude that came to subdue him. This is an interpretation. I'm going to read that again. Because I tell you all the time, that was the Lord God told you, not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. Okay. And that he held neither sword nor the instrument of war, but that the rushing in of him destroyed the whole multitude that came to subdue him. This is the interpretation. Behold, the day come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth. And that's what's going on now, the consummation. So we know that's going on there. Man, you go read the right book. And he said, come to the astonishment of them that dwell upon the earth. And one shall undertake the fight. Again. And one shall undertake the fight against another. One city against another. One place against another. One people against another. One realm against another. I had read this to the Troy, but is that not happening now? In the law of God said, when you see these things, what it's going to do? It's going to get worse, man. It's going to get so bad, bro. And I was listening, man. He said he told us when he back in June where he saw the Russians and the Chinese in the United States. And I explained that to you. That's not far-fetched. No, because if you got a lot of things going, you got this vaccine going on, you got this voting thing going on, and that voting thing is not going to go right. No, it's not going to go right at all because, you know, the big jack is on people, the big hijack, I don't care, the big deception, I don't care what you call it. It is on, and it is on, and you know, they want to ignore it. And that's why the law of God give you right now. He give you a chance. He give you a chance. So give you a chance to what? To vote for him. Like the man said in the video, he saw Jesus stand in the middle, and as the people would vote Republican, Democrat, he would take and put it on one side or on the other side, and he's there standing in the middle. You don't get that? Yeah, you vote for everybody else but for him. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what he told me. Told me in all the voice. Democrat, Republican, both on the broad way. And so in the United, yeah, then start voting. Man, I'm gonna vote for that. But I'm gonna trust in the law of God. I'm gonna trust him with all my heart, soul, mind, as he told me to do. And that's what I'm doing. I'm not putting my trust in man. I did that voted for like 40 something. The lesser of two evils. And guess what happened? That's what happened. Both is still evil that you're voting for. So when you're gonna start voting for the law of God himself, when you're going to start obeying his voice and doing what thus is the law. All right, well, you only know that you only got 2 years left. All right, really 1 year. Next year, right. And when the people heard his voice, every man shall in their own land lead the battle that they have one against another. Once again, when it said, in the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, the sign shall happen, which I showed thee before, and then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending. And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they had one against another. And an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together, as thou seest, willing to come and to overcome him by fighting. But he should stand up on the top of Mount Zion. So we read that, you already know that you're talking about the law of God, because they're going to be gathered in the holy Mount Zion, because none of them, we're going to be in holy Mount Zion with the Lord. Those who take them going to be with the Lord. And then they're going to have those that's left behind, they're going to be fighting each other. All right, I'll read it to you. And Zion shall come and shall be shown to all men. See, and Zion shall come and shall be shown to all men, being prepared and built like as thou saw it in the hill graven without hands. See? And so we know, I read that too, that the church is made without hands. The church is us. As we cleanse ourselves, as we get rid of this world, we be what? Put into the church. And this, my son, shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations, which for their wicked life are fallen into the temple. And I tell you all the time, over and over again, man, the thing I give you, how would I know? Come on, man, I've been taught and educated in the same colleges, in the same schools you've been going to, same pastor, preacher, theologians, same one. But yeah, and like I told you, the law of God said, the Son of Man shall rebuke the wicked invention of those nations, for the wicked life are fallen to the tempest. Now, that is very important because we know where are all these wicked inventions. Who are they from? All right, well, let me read it to you. Who are they from? Because it's very important when I'm reading and telling you today, because we're going to go there and we're going to find out. Don't worry. We're going there. And I'll find out. Don't worry about it. Say, man, why nobody will listen to you? The law of God made it that way. And I'm going to show you that he has made it that way because God don't want everybody to know him. That's why he spoke in parable. That's why in the book of Isaiah, he told the man, come on, read this book. The man said, I can't read. Another man said, come and read this book. Well, the book is closed to me, it's sealed for me. So, Lord God, everybody think that the Lord God wants everybody to know his word. Nah, those are for certain ears. Come on, man. All right, so we're going to, we're going to the fallen angels. We always got to go to the fallen angels. Got to go into the fallen angels. All right, so we're going to, you know where I'm going, man. Enoch chapter 8. That's Enoch chapter 8. Yeah, Enoch chapter 8. And Azazel taught men to make swords, knives, shield, breastplate, and taught them about the metals on the earth and the art of working them, the bracelets, the ornament, the use of autonomy, and the beautifying of the eyelids, and all kinds of precious stones and color and dyes. And there was great impiety in turning away from God and committing fornication. They were led astray and became corrupt in all their ways. So, well, let me continue on reading this too. And Simon saw the casting of spell, the rooting Amorus, taught counter spell, releasing from spell. Bracra taught astrology. Cocobel taught the constellation and portents. It's the Esquel, the knowledge of the clouds, and Araquel, the sign of the earth, and say Simshael, the sign of the sun, Seriel, the course of the moon. As men perished, they cried, and the cry went up to him. So the law of God told us it should be like in the time of Noah, and that's time right now. Because what? Azazel had came down. No. Satan had been down, but when Azazel came down, then all these things are going to happen. It's very important that you have to remember with all this technology and things come from where? All these wicked inventions come from who? The fallen angels, man. Just like that. I tell you over and over again, you're watching YouTube, the television, and all these different inventions come from who? Azazel. All right. I'm just letting you know. And through that, he destroyed what? The world. He polluted the earth, man. Well, and my son shall rebuke the wicked invention of those nations, which of their wicked life are fallen to the tempest. And it shall lay before them their evil thoughts and their torments, wherewith they shall begin to be tormented, which are like unto a flame. He shall destroy them without labor, but by the law which is like unto him. And I told you that once before, if I can read it to you. See if I have it right now. You know, I go ask the law of God that is given unto me. Yeah, because the law of God told you things, and a lot of times we just take it for face value, and somebody come and say, well, this, take it for face value, that means this, and you go to the Holy Bible and say that means that. They got HOI people and IUIC people, the Jews, the Israelites, the Muslims, and all of them got all that stuff written down and copied out and everything, this mean that, and all that is nothing but a lie. No. But when you want, that's why I humble myself. So when I wanted to know the truth, I went to where? I went to the Lord God himself, the creator of all, who put all this down and left it for us. Well, let's read again. And he shall lay before them their evil thoughts and determines wherewith they shall begin to determine, which are like unto a flame. And they shall destroy them without labor by the law, which is like unto him. All right, that's the law. So we know the law comes out of his mouth. And the law is what? Yeah, which are like unto a flame. So now I'm going to read to you Knox Gospel of Thomas Mary John, this Thomas Gospel. And so this is what he said. He said, Jesus said, I have cast fire upon the world, and see, I am guarding it until it blaze. That's what he said. I'm going to read that to you again. Jesus said, I have cast fire upon the world, now I am guarding it. So where's the fire? It's the law and the commandment that came what? Out of his mouth. Yeah, and now you know and see that these commands, the law have went throughout what? All over the world. See, when the preaching, all the gospel, God be preached all over the world. And he didn't say that. He didn't say the gospel. He said this gospel have to be preached. And so it's a different, he ain't talking about this gospel, the gospel that I'm preaching now. And so the law of God took that law and he cast that law into what? Like a flame. All right? Like unto a flame, and he shall destroy them without labor by the law, which is like unto me. So the law came out of his mouth. It's a flame. He cast that law where? Up on earth. But he didn't give that law to no anybody. He gave that law, I told you once again, he gave that law to Israel and Judah. And then what next he did? He cast it, yeah, Judah and Israel went enslaved for all the 400, but they had what with them? They had the law, they had the commandments with them. And they spread that law. They spread that law, just a flame. They sprayed the next thing, it turned into what? A blaze. We talk about that. We say, I'm waiting for a blaze. And now it's blazing over the whole earth. Is it not? Come on, man. And that's what it's doing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And our people, man, our people, what? I'm going to read that to you too. We're going to get to that. But now we know the law has been spread out to all the world. That's what he said. I have cast it out. I have cast it out. And I'm waiting for it. There it says, Jesus said, I have cast fire upon the world, and I see I'm guarding it until it blaze. And so with that fire, just like same thing, the Holy Spirit. Yeah, I shall give you fire from up on high. And you guard that fire back. It's the law, man. It's the law. That's the commandments. That's the Holy Spirit. And there he's cast upon the earth and waiting for it to what? To blaze. Now it's blazing. Hey man, Israel is waking up all over the world. Israel and Judah is waking up from all over the world where we have been in this captivity. Well, let's continue on reading. Well, let's continue. And whereas thou saw that he gathered another peaceable multitude unto him. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Osea. Let's say Osea, the king, who Salmanasar, the king of Assyria, laid away captive and carried them over the waters, and so came into another land. So came they into another land, and that's another thing. See, that's what he did. He carries over water, carries to Africa. Well, let's get a little bit, because our people, anything out there tell them, oh, y'all African man, oh, I'm African man. You're a Negro, I'm a Negro. So whatever they tell you, that's what they did. Not knowing that you're Israel, God's chosen people. Why? Because you refuse to take your time and get the knowledge of God. And it's going to destroy you. Why? Because you reject the knowledge of God. Right? But they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a farther country, where never mankind dwelt, that they might keep their statute, which they never kept in their own land. Let's go. See? And verse 40. There are 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Osea. The king whom Salmanasar, the king of Israel, led away captive and carried them over the waters, so came they into another land. But that's another thing. What we went out 4 times, and this is the last time we coming back in. And the Lord God said, I'm gonna read that to you. So he said, yeah, you should go out 4 times, and this is the last time. And all that was prophesied was going on, and this is the last time. But anyway, when you go in the book of the Testament of 12 preachers, one of our fathers tell you, I read that to you, who we should become enslaved to. And he told us who have enslaved us. And that's none, all this is prophecy, all these prophecies have been fulfilled. All right. But they took the counsel among themselves that they would lead the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a farther country where never mankind dwelt, that they might there keep their statute, which they never kept in their own land. And yeah, other people been here, but mine, well, let's continue on. Because we know that that's also when they tell you about America and everything. They tell you how these people came over America with that Christianity stuff, and those people was. They was evil and wicked people. They was robbers, thieves, and all like that. They got on those boats and they came over here, and that was the way they was slaves. I mean, where there was thieves and con mans and all that. In that land, when they came to America, they changed and you know, pumped themselves up. And they entered into the Euphrates by the narrow place of the river. From the Most High, they showed signs for them and held still the flood till they passed over. From through that country, there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half. And the same region is called Assyria. And dwelled there, yeah, then dwelled they there until the latter time. And now when they shall begin to come. So where we coming back from? From the far country where we scattered. The high shall stay in the springs of the stream again, that they may go through. Therefore he saw thou the multitude with peace. But those that be left behind of thy people are they that are found within my borders. So you're gonna be left behind, bro, but you're gonna still be keeping, that be keeping all the law. No. If it was keeping all your law and doing everything, you wouldn't have been left behind. But those that be left behind, the people are they that are found within my borders. I'm going to show you that also. Now when he destroyed the multitude of the nations that are gathered together, he shall defend his people that remain. So when you be left behind, I told you that before, when they be left behind, still going to girl told the dream of the day in the cell. Still the same thing. They're going to be left behind, but they're still going to have people that's going to be fighting for them and getting them to repent and trying to get them to still take the law of God. Now, how that's going to be, I only can tell you a glimpse of it, but that's what I'm telling you. I had a dream about that. I had a dream. I'm going to tell it to you. Might tell it to you tomorrow, but I'm going to tell it to you. And it shall, yeah, then shall he show them great wonders. No, that's the signs of him. Then say I, O Lord, thou bearest fruit, show me this. Wherefore have I seen a man coming up out of the midst of the sea. And he said unto me, like as thou canst never seek out nor know the things that are in the deep of the sea, even so can no man upon the earth see my son or those that be with him, but in the daytime. But in the daytime, so you can see, boy, the night is coming. And the demons coming at night. I told you, I've seen the demons coming across that full moon. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then when all these interruptions and everything that people are doing, what is done at night. This is an interpretation of the dream which thou sawest, and whereby thou only art here lightning, but thou hast forsaken thy own way and applied thy diligence unto my law and saw it. And that's the law God told you. When you're seeking with your whole heart, then you shall find. Then he tell you, say, hey, he said, diligently seek. You know, I had a problem with that. Man, diligently seek my law. Let me see. Those who diligently seek me shall find. Those who diligently seek my law and sort it out. Let me say. I can just tell you. But thou hast forsaken thy own way and applied thy diligence unto my law and sought it. See? If thou hast thy life hast thou ordered in wisdom, and has called understanding thy mother. And therefore have I showed thee the treasure of the highest. After other 3 days I will speak other things unto thee, and declare unto thee mighty and wondrous thing, mighty and wonderful thing. Yeah. Those who diligently, let me man, let go and because I'm gonna chop it up, I'm gonna mess it up, but I'm gonna read it to you. Yeah, because those who diligently seek him with all their heart. Let me see if I can find that for you. Because Lord God wants you to know, and like I told you before, I'm proud to put it in there. And because everything means something. Let's see. My commandments. Say diligently. All right. It said diligently seek me. Wait a minute. Diligently seek my commandments and my what? Precepts, right? That's what it says. His commandments and his precepts. Diligently. I'm gonna find it. Wait. Give me time. Give me time, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it for you. I'm gonna find it for you. Just give me time. I'm posted up there. We got a little time there. Yes, we do. How much? I'm gonna find it. All right. Still in the wrong view. Let's see. Diligently. Put that up. Yeah, because we. So that's it. Yeah, because it's in Psalms. Here we go. Yeah, where Psalms 119 verse 4. 119 verse 4. Psalms 119 verse 4. I'm just gonna put it up there. Psalms 119 verse 4. Put it up there. There you go. 119 verse 4. Thou hast commanded us to keep thy precept diligently. So that's the law. That's God telling you what to do. And if you seek his self diligent, keep then what he do? Man, that's why I keep his commandments and his statutes and judgment. Then he started revealing other things unto me. I just be patient. But thou hast forsaken thy own way. And I read that to you in the commands and shepherd of harmonies, where it tells you put everything on this word. Now take all that off. That's also found in Deuteronomy chapter 7 and Deuteronomy chapter 20. Yeah. Apply thy diligence unto my law and sought it. Thy life has thou art in wisdom have cast understanding thou has called understanding thy mother. And therefore have I showed thee the treasure of the highest. After other 3 days I will speak other things unto thee and declare unto thee mighty and wondrous things. Then when I go into the field, giving praise and thanks greatly unto the Most High, because it's wonders which he did in time. And because he governed the same and such things as fall in their seasons. And there I said 3 days. But now let me repeat that. Because he governed the same and such things as fall in their what? Season. So you in a season now, man, you at the end of it. And what makes it so bad, let me tell you what makes it so, yeah, we are at the end of it. And what makes it so bad, man, I just keep telling them, man, get out from church house, synagogue, sanctuary, high priest, temple, tabernacles, the mosques and the people on top of the mountain, Tibetan monks and all that, man. Get away from all that foolishness. That's foolishness. Oh, that's foolishness. That's it. So give me a few minutes and then I'll come back and when I come back, man, it's gonna be heavy. It's gonna be heavy. You know. All I can do is keep telling you on and on, man. Now, they, but everything is what? Preordained, destiny, as they say. So we're going to see that when I come back in a few. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to get into this. This is it. This, you know what? I'm going to put something up there before I go. I'm going to put this up there so you know what we're going to be talking about. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I want you to know this. Yeah. Because God said this. And he gave it to our father Abraham. Man, when God gave Father Abraham this, I was shocked. I was shocked because I never heard of this before. No, man, no. I had never heard of it. And then God had gave it to Father Abraham. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, he gave it to him. I said, and when he gave it to him, I said, man, how could we not have known it? Oh yeah. I said, how can we have not known it? Wait a minute. Give me time, I'm gonna find it. Give me time, I'm gonna find it. Because he told Father Abraham. Yeah, told Father Abraham. Give me time, because I'm rushing. I'm actually giving a little time to I find and I put it up on there. It's gonna be well worth it. Yeah, is it gonna be well worth it? It's gonna be well worth it. Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be well worth it. It's give me time to put it up there. To find it and put it up there. All right, wait a minute. Uh, wait. Wait a minute, man. Why I can't find this? Well, I'll find it when I come back. I'll find it. I'm going to look for it right now. Okay, what? I'm sorry, I was rushing. So let me get it. Let me get it for you. Let me see. I'm gonna get it for you, and I'm gonna put it up there, and then after I put it up there, then we're gonna go, and we're gonna go from there. We're gonna go from there. Let me see. I hope I got it right. Let me see. Make sure I got it right. 3. That's 2. That's 3. So now put this up there because people been lying to us, and we just stubborn stiff, just like you told you. We're stubborn, stiff necked, and some rebellious people. So these people are no, all right. Okay. Now, when you get this here, don't let nobody lie to you because they say, "Oh, nobody knows what's in God's heart." All right, bro. I understand. No man knows what's in God's heart. Have you ever heard that? They tell you, no man knows what's in God's heart, right? Okay, let's put it up there. But they're lying, man. They're lying to people. They don't want to take the time to get the knowledge of God. And so what I did, like I tell you over and over, I humbled myself and said, all that preaching and teaching I learned over the years, my mom and my dad too, I got rid of all that. Oh yeah, Lord God said, get rid of all that. And then after I got rid of all that, then I started listening to him and reading it as he pointed in the dream or vision or in the audible voice or seeing one of his holy angels to tell me. And that's how I started following him. Then he started revealing unto me his mystery and secret. So let me give you one of his secrets, because that's a lie. I said, no man knows what's in God's heart. All right, well, let's see. Here we go. You see it up there? You say, I will tell thee what is kept in my heart. All right, that's God. That's God. Listen, I guess I guess I can go a little further with that. Let me go a little further with that to show you that's God talking to Father Abraham. All right, here we go. I'm gonna put as much as I can up there in there, and so that I'll put that in there. Then we're gonna go over, because this is what this is all about, man. When Lord God revealed that to me this week. You see, it said, among the people at the end of the days of the age, and so far thou cannot understand, I will make known to thee, for thou art well pleasing in my sight. And I will tell you what is kept in my heart. That's what God told Father Abraham, our father. So, me, tell you, man. So I admit that I was a damn fool. Yeah, I admit it to you in a minute. But through the prayers of our Father, our ancestors, and then our prayers, I humble myself. And then the Lord God started teaching me and everything, and I no longer know. Yeah, I'm still a damn fool for the word of God, for God himself, but the other stuff, man, running behind this world and things in this world can't build me nothing. But anyway, so he just started teaching me and telling me, man, so, it's bad, man. It's bad. It's a sad thing to not wanting to repent. It's a sad thing when God sent his prophet to you, but you want him to look a certain way and talk a certain way and put on the air a certain way, that you can accept. Just like Jesus, when Jesus came with that one cloak on man, with not all that fanfare and glory, not begging for money, not, the people didn't want Jesus. Jesus Jesus was like they said, Jesus was hitting them in the purse. Yeah, it was hitting them in the pocket. With that, yeah, Jesus was, man. When them people start running behind all them false rabbis and those Pharisees and scribes and start giving them money and everything and start running Jesus, and shut down those synagogues and everything. Yeah, he shut them down. Just like he's doing now. Yeah, he shut them down. He shut them down because they had became what? Corrupt in all the ways, just like right now. We're going to get into, I'm just want that to settle with you for a minute. And that's what God told Father Abraham. I'm going to tell you what's in my heart. Boy, when I read that, I said, what? And I read it before, but this Sabbath, I started studying it. And then when I went back and started studying it, then he showed me, God showed me. Because like I told you, I couldn't see the forest for the trees. I was looking for, I wanted God to reveal in prophecy unto me when he had already gave it unto me. But we listen to these preachers and everything and just think that everything got to be a certain way. And that's a lie. And God has already revealed unto his prophecy. God already showed it unto us, but we stubborn, stiff-necked, and rebellious. We are some stubborn, stiff-necked, and rebellious people, just like he said. Just like he said. Now, God was giving it up. Just like I told you with Father Adam and Eve, they had it all already. It was part of divinity already. And here comes Satan. But his little talking and puffed up, and he took over. Yeah, go read it, man. When he was in the garden. So what he did, he took over the serpent. And I read to you how the serpent was. Yeah, serpent. Boy, they used to see the serpent and everything, man. Them people, yeah, he was puffed up and full of pride. And that's right. And Satan said, I'm going to use him to get over on Adam and Eve. Don't challenge me on that, please. Don't. Now let's go to it. They won't challenge me on that. This is not who I'm talking to now. This is for the future. You know, Lord God show me things that's going to happen in the future where they're going to challenge me on this here. And so I'm going to tell them. I'm going to tell them. I'm going to put it on them right now. So they, so put it on right now so they can't keep on coming with all that foolishness because they want to do what they want to do. They want to run behind monies and cars and lands and send their children to private school, all that Black Lives Matter move, and all that's about they want to do as the heathen do. They do. Yeah. They do. Because God did the same thing too. I ain't talking about the Black Lives Matter move and stuff like that, but what I wanted to go get educated to make more money. So make more money to do what? We say to take better care of our family, but Lord, we're already taking care of it. What? To get more stuff and to look a certain way, smell a certain way, dress your children a certain way, and have all the things of this world. Well, I'm saying of this world now, but after I say this one thing, that's going to change. And and do that. And then when your children go up and you find out that, you find out you got a son that gone with a man, you find a daughter gone with a woman, then you'll be crushed. And you say, man, where did I go wrong with? Yeah, then you find out that, man, you done gave them everything. You done gave it all to them, time, money, and what they want. And they're still giving them what they need. Then when they grow up and you see them like that, and all you can do is hang your head and shake it like that. Yeah, because a lot of times come from the abomination what you committed. And I know a lot of that come from the abomination what I committed. Watching on those pornography things and seeing those women licking on each other and seeing those men doing whatever they was doing. Yeah, and then when you grow up and your children doing that, then you want to say, man, you're sinning caught up with you. Yeah, wives too. Why do you find your wife going with another man or your husband going with another woman? Then you want to get mad and everything, but not thinking about the sins and stuff that you have done, what you have committed. It had to be now. It could have been later on. Yeah. Then you come find out your son not faithful, your daughter not faithful, or the man that your daughter was not faithful, he beating on her and stuff like that, man. And you'll be wondering, say, man, you be paying, Lord God said, you're going to pay for your sins. Yeah, you think you're not paying for it, but you're going to pay. That's right. It's like Absalom and King David. Absalom grew up and look what he was sitting there for to. But the Lord God told you, just like what's going on in America. Yeah, man, go, I don't know, it's 35 or 109. That evil never leaves your house. Let me go there. Before I continue, let me go there. Yeah, it's 105 or 109. That's part of the curse. But I can't tell you what the next. Well, let me see. Yeah, the evil. Yeah, let me see. Let me see. Give me a second. A minute or two. Let me see. Bless those who bless me. Curse those who curse me. Yeah. Bless those who bless me and curse those who curse me. All right. Let me see what I can find. That evil not depart from out their house. And that's what's going on with America right now. Not just America, the whole world, what they have done. Yeah, evil not depart. Just telling you. Let me see. Yeah. More on. Let's say Proverbs 7. I'm gonna put it up there. I'm gonna put it up there. And I'm gonna read it to you. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna put it right there in that little box right there. Let's see. Proverbs 17:30. Whosoever rewarded evil for good, evil should not depart from his house. Whoever reward evil for good, evil should not depart from out his house. And so that's what America done. You've been being good to America, not doing this to America, and they continue on rewarding evil for good. And what happened? Evil is in your house, and they ain't gonna depart. It's not. All right. So let me get back to it. So where was that? Was that Adam and Eve? I'm about to show it to you because the Lord God gave it to me. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Man fall. The promised seed. Okay. We're going to start with God disclosed to Abraham the power of heaven. And a voice came to me out of the midst of fire saying, Abraham, Abraham, here am I. He said, consider the expanse which are under the firmament, which thou now place, and see how on the same expanse there's any other but he whom have sought and who have loved thee. And while he was yet speaking, the expanse opened beneath me the heavens, and I saw upon the seventh firmament upon I stood a fire widely extended, and light and dew and a multitude of angels and the power of invisible glory over the living creature which I saw, but no other being did I see there. And I looked from the mountain in which I stood. Let's see that right this up. Let me see. Yeah, come on, read this. Read this thing. Because this is God that closed the powers of heaven unto Father Abraham. That's what he's doing. Well, anyway. And I looked from the mountain which I stood down with the sixth firmament, and saw there a multitude of angels, a pure spirit without bodies, who carry out the commands of the pure angels who were upon the eighth firmament. And as I stand suspended over there, and behold, upon this firmament there was no other powers of any other form, but only angels of pure spirit. See, now I seen those angels. I'm not seeing those angels, man. Let's see. Yeah, I seen the angels. Like the powers which I saw in the seventh firmament, they command the sixth firmament shall be taken away. And I saw there on the fifth firmament, the power of the stars was carried out the commands laid upon them, and the elements of earth and obeyed them. But there's another thing going on here, because like the power of Paul said, he was taken up to what? The seventh heaven. And so they have people guessing, oh, how many heavens there are. Yeah, but if you get away from the Holy Bible and know that the Holy Bible came somewhere, now you know what heavens they are and what's happening on those heavens. It's like the extension of our father Isaiah, man, it tells you about these different heavens and what's on these different heavens. But you stuck in the Holy Bible. That what Jason took in the bridge. And man, look at what you. But it's not so much as what Jason did, because just like when you're growing up, you're a child. And so a lot of times when you do things as a child, you don't know, you're ignorant and everything. And so you can blame that on mom, daddy, or yourself being ignorant or whatever. But when as you get older and you become a man, you can't blame nobody else that you can do for yourself, that you go out and seek and search for yourself. You can't blame that on nobody, just like right now. They want to blame all this that's happening unto Israel and the 4 countries and everything. No, you can't blame that on nobody now, because you, throughout the whole world, you can't blame that on nobody right now, because what the consummation is going, and God has poured out all his spirit upon you, and you're getting all this knowledge, wisdom, understanding. So you can't blame nobody. Can't blame nobody for you not keeping the Holy Covenant, his commandment. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 20. He said, when you repent and keep my all all my covenant, my commandment, what? The statutes gonna overtake those judgments that have been brought against you. That's why I tell you, go read that's why I tell you, read Malachi chapter 4, verses 4 through 6, and talk about remember you my servant Moses on Horeb for all of Israel. Come on, man. Then 5 and 6, I was singing Elijah to you before great and dreadful day of the Lord, and she turned the hearts of the children back and forth, fought the hearts to the children shall come and strike the earth first. So now your eyes are being opened. You know who the fathers are, and you know why he's saying that. Because all this knowledge and wisdom that he sent through the ages to our fathers, all the prophecies and telling you what you can do with and overcome these different things. But you want to be stuck on, well, we're going to get to that. Yeah, well, we're going to get to that. Yeah. And the attorney mine once said to me, Abraham, I said, he said, consider from above the stars which are beneath thee, the number them for me, and make known to me their number. And I said, when can I? For I am but a man of dust and ash. And he said to me, as the numbers of the stars in their power. See, the numbers of the stars in their power. Okay. So will I make that seed a nation of people set apart for me in the heritage what in my heritage what Azazel. Now remember, let's get nope. Let's get we're not gonna put the horse before the wagon. We're not gonna put the horse away. But look what he said. And as he told him, say number it. But listen what he said. As the number of the stars and their power. You see, and you are the seed of Abraham. You have power, but you don't want that power. No, that's what he told him. He said, number the stars and their power. Right? That's what he said. Say, number the stars and their power. So will I make thy seed a nation. So what he said, I'll make your seed a nation. I don't have what they're gonna have what power from up on high. But we don't want that. No, we want what the heathen want. We want we want money, land, silver, gold, and all that. We want what the heathen want. We don't want the spiritual power of the Lord God telling us. No, not power from our pride. We don't want that. No, well, let's continue on reading. I'll make that seed my people a part of me in my heritage. What Azazel? Now, you see, I'll make that seed a nation. So we know that we go in Jubilees, the second chapter, Jubilees, or the first chapter, Jubilees. I have read that also. And say, a part of me in my heritage, so we know what that is. Now, but listen when we say heritage is what Azazel. All right, so we're going to get to that. Now, remember that. Heritage is what Azazel. And say, oh, turn in mind one, let thy servant speak before thee, and let not thy anger kindle against thy chosen one. Lo, before thou leadest me up Azazel, invade against me. You see, thou leadest me up Azazel, invade against me. How then will he now before thee has thou constituted thyself with him? Yeah, so while he is not now before thee, as thou constituted thyself with him. Now that's the question. Are we constituted with Azazel? Oh, yes, we are. Very much so. Let's keep reading. Well, you know, Azazel is the fallen angel. He was the first one. He was the first one that came down. I ain't talking about Satan. You know. Satan was kicked out of heaven. He chose, Azazel chose to come out of heaven and start mating with the women. Yeah, he chose to do that. Oh, yeah. And he brought all that evil wickedness with him. He chose to do that. All right. All I can do is just tell you. And he's the first one. All right. Go read the book of Enoch. That's why he told you it should be like in the time of Noah. All right. And he said to me, look now beneath the feet of the firmament and understand the creation, foreshadow and expense of the creatures. Creatures exist on it. And the age prepared according to it. Now, listen to what he said. The creature existing on it and the age prepared according to it. And I saw beneath the surface of the feet, I saw beneath the sixth heaven and what therein, and then the earth and its fruits, and what move upon it, animate beings. So you know what the earth's fruit is, men and women, children, that's the fruit. And the power is men, ungodliness, see that? And the power of this men, and the ungodliness of their souls, and their righteous deeds, in the beginning of their works, and the lower region, and the prediction therein, the abyss and its torment I saw There, the sea, that's it. Well, I'm going to say, the sea and the islands and the monsters and its fishes and the Leviathan and its divisions. Well, I already told you what the Leviathan is and what it does. And his camping ground, his caves, his whirlwind lay upon him, and his movements and destruction of the world on his account, the Leviathan. Oh, man. The Leviathan stretches his tentacle. We know that the Leviathan is evil and is wicked. And that evil and wickedness have done what? Have taken over the world. Well, let's keep on reading. I saw their streams and rising up their waters and their wines. And I saw the Garden of Eden and its fruits, the source of the stream issuing forth, and its trees and their bloom, and those who behave righteously. And I saw therein fools and blessedness. And I saw a great multitude, men and women and children, half of them on the right side of the picture and half of them on the left side of the picture. So this God showing Father Abraham everything from the beginning, way back in the Garden of Adam. But we also know when we go to the Apocrypha, we know that on the two people was born on the same day. When Enoch was born, Enoch was what? Enoch was the behemoth, and the Leviathan was born. So both of those were born on the same day. Enoch was the earth, and the Leviathan was the sea. Come on, man. That's in the book of Apocrypha. I mean, I most likely have read it to you before. But anyway, that's what he's talking about. All right. So, but he showed them the Garden of Eden and the fruits and everything, and the blessedness of the food and everything. So let's continue. But he also showed, he's showing a great multitude, men and women and children, half on the right side of the picture and half of them on the left side of the picture. And I said, "Oh, eternal mighty one, what is this picture of the creatures?" And he said to me, This is my will with regard to those who exist in the divine world council. Exist in the divine world council, and it seemed well pleasing before my sight, and then afterward to give commandment to them through my word. Now, so what is the word? What is the commandments? See? And so that's what he's telling you. And it came to pass whenever I had determined to be was already plain before this picture. Everybody was talking about what? Even before this happened, all this stuff was planned out. All right. Well, you see, and it came to pass wherever I determined to be was already plain before in this picture, and it stood before me in eerie. You see, eerie, it was created, as thou hast seen. All right. So I'm not finished. Yeah, because we're gonna get deep into this, and then you're gonna know what's truly going on, and why I keep on telling you the same thing over and over again. I said, "Oh Lord, mighty and eternal, who are the people in the picture on this side and on that?" He said to me, "These are on the left side are the multitude of the peoples which have formerly been in existence and which are after the disdain." All right. So he said, "Yeah, what are these on the left side?" He said, "The multitude of people have formerly been in existence and which are after the disdain. Some for judgment and restoration, other for vengeance and destruction at the end of the world." All right. So these people, we know it said, formerly been in existence. So these are the dead. All right. These are the dead. And after these, it says some of them what? For judgment and restoration, others what? For vengeance and destruction at the end of the what? The world. So we show Father Abraham from the beginning to the end. That's what we show Father Abraham. All right, but let's continue on. Well, I've got to get farther than that. But these which are on the right side of the picture, they are the people set apart for me, the people with Azazel. Now, hold up. You say, but these on the right side of the picture, they are the people set apart for me of the people with Azazel. Now, so when you get into that, I just finished reading to that in the Apocrypha. So, all right, well, let's continue on. Let's see what's happening right now in Azazel time. The Lord God told you should be like in the time of Noah. Okay, Jesus told you, Jesus told us it should be like in the time of Noah. So they have a lot going on there, but Yeah, but these pastors and preachers try to limit your knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And when God trying to give you his knowledge and wisdom and understanding, why? Because he is creator. He created this and he knows everything. That's why he's showing them what's in the picture. Father Abraham, he showed, say, Father Abraham, I'm going to show you what's in my heart. All right, that's why I just been reading to them. Okay, well, let's see well, he said, there are the people set apart for me of these peoples, what Azazel. So we know where we are now. We're what Azazel. Okay. Say, these are they whom I have ordained to be born of thee and to be called my people. So I just finished reading that in the book of Jubilees. And in the book of Jubilees, he set out one people. And we know that these people went out what? Out their land 4 times. And we had the last time on the land. Wait. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. And say, set apart for me the people of Azazel. All right. So now, so we live in the land of the heathen. And who have taken over the land of the heathen? Azazel. Let me go ahead. Let me finish reading to you. So we know that Azazel taught men to make sword, knife, shield, breastplate, talking about the metals of the earth, all the work, the bracelet, ornament, the use of autonomy, the beautify, and all kind of precious stone and color and that. Is that not? When I read to you about gentlemen in the book of Adam and Eve, and when they first started teaching, Cain children all this, and they went down to Cain children and saw those brilliant colors and the tie dyes and the fingernail paintings and the tattoos. All come on, man, the stuff in their hair and everything. And who that was? Azazel did that. And now you live in the land of the heathen. Heathen have taken over the whole world. The whole world has become what, like Sodom and Gomorrah. The whole world has become what, like Babylon. The whole world has become what? They exist what? Azazel, our people. So you got Israel existing with all these people. Look around. See the bright colors. See the dyed fingernail, the dyed toenail, the dyed hair. See the eyelids, the eyebrows things they have. See the jewelry on them. Come on, man, oh, this is Azazel, where that's here. Man, when you go to the book of Enoch, another book of Enoch, it tells you about how Azazel bought the mirrors and made the mirrors and things. All this is technology stuff of what? Azazel. Look at what Azazel done. We have taught of righteousness on the earth and revealed eternal secret, which was made to be kept in heaven and to men, and which men are striving to learn. And so when you go look at that piece of dirt, Israel, man, go look at that piece of dirt. Go to J-Post and see all the weapons of war and all that, weapons of war that they have made. And man, people doing all types of cloning. And no, people ain't telling them to do nothing. They control, man, people ain't telling people there with them demons to do nothing. People doing as they will and as they please over there on that piece of dirt. And just go look at J-Post and they're bragging about Satan, bragging about those who Satan telling you, say, I'm going to stir up my people, who? The Jews. And go see what they're doing. Oh, yeah. And claiming to be Israel, man. Not Israel is not that type of people. Let's continue on. Israel's where at? Israel over there with the heathen and with all this foolishness. That's where Israel at. Well, let's see. Well, let's say, and say, there whom I have ordained to be born of thee and to be called my people. Now look again at the picture who is, why you talking about we say born of thee? We born of who? Father Abraham. We father Abraham's seed. How you know your father Abraham's seed? Because where? You're in captivity. You're living amongst the heathen. Come on, man. You're living with Azazel people, the heathens, who do anything and everything. And you have learned their ways. All right. You say, now, well, we say, now look again in the picture. Who it is whom seduced Eve, and what is the fruit of the tree. And we'll know what there should be. And so how it should be to thy seed. Now we are his seed. All right. Among the people at the end of the days of the age. And that's how you know you're in the end of the day of the age. So let's see. And so far thou could not understand, I will make known to thee, for thou art well pleased in my sight, and I will tell thee what is kept in my heart. That's God talk to Father Abraham and tell Father Abraham, now I'm going to tell you what's kept in my heart. You don't know, I know the heart of God. Come on, man. Come on, man. Now look into the picture. My eyes ran to the side of the Garden of Eden. I saw there a man very great in height and fearful in breadth, incomparable in aspect, embracing a woman, likewise, approximately to the aspect, the shape of the man. And there was standing under the tree of the Garden of Eden, and the fruit of this tree was like the appearance of a bunch of grapes of the vine. Now, it don't say it, it says the appearance of it like a bunch of grapes. And I see another fruit out there, small, look like grapes, but they're not grapes. And beheld the tree was standing as it were, let's see, well, was like the appearance of a bunch of grapes of the vine. And beheld the tree was standing as where a serpent in a thorn. See? So where he's staying at the tree, man, let me get to this book, because I don't want you to miss none of this. No, I don't want to miss it. See, yeah, all right. All right, wait a minute, because I want you to know. Yeah, where's it? Wait. Because I want you to see, say the serpent, because this is what this is about, the serpent. Yeah, well, that's what it's about. All right. You see, I looked in the picture and my eyes ran to the side of view, and I saw that man very great in height, fearful in breadth, incomparable in sight, embracing a woman who likewise approximated the aspect and shape of the man. And they were standing under the tree of the Garden of Eden. The fruit of this tree was like the appearance of a bunch of grapes of the vine. Behind the tree was standing as it was a serpent in form. Now, when you go to the book of Adam and Eve, go learn what the serpent looked. Let me continue on reading it. All right. Having hands and feet like manes. So, yeah, because they always tell us that man, they say the serpent had feet and hands. Now you know where to find it at. All right. Yeah, hands and feet like manes, and wings on the shoulder 6, and the right side 6, and on the left they were holding the grapes of the tree in their hands, and both were eating it, whom I had seen embracing. So Adam and Eve was embracing, now they was eating the grapes, and the serpent was there. The serpent was there, so we see that. But when you go to the book of Adam and Eve, and they start describing the serpent, you know how it was evil to deceive Eve, man, and Satan. Before he went on the belly, that was a beautiful creature that God had made above all the other creatures. Man, go read it, man. Of all the other creatures, the beast, the serpent was one of those type. Yeah, go read it. Now I read it to you before, man. And yeah, because when these, anyway, let me continue on, because I'm trying to get to a point. All right. Now I say, who are the say mutually embracing? Who are mutually embracing, or who is he whom between them? Say, who are these mutually embracing, or who is this whom is between them, or what is the fruit which they are eating, or the mighty over mighty and turn one? He said, this is the human world, this is Adam, and this is desire on earth. Yeah, that's what he told us. Say, this is Adam. He said, who are these mutually embracing, or who is this who is between them, or what is the fruit which they are eating, O mighty turn one? And he said, this is the human world, this is Adam, this is their desire upon the earth, this is Eve. But he who is between them represent ungodliness. So this what the serpent represent, but we know that Satan, Azazel, had been taking that over. And they're beginning on the way to prediction, even Azazel. So they were beginning on the way. Satan had done his thing, and yeah. But Azazel wasn't there yet. Azazel was still watching, and he was on the way. But Satan got some Satan had done the act, but Azazel wanted the women, just like right now you want right now today. It's all about, yeah, you want your daughters and your wives and they that can have babies for him, and he can take them. Man, let me get to what I want to get to, and then I'm going to tell you more. Okay. And I said, O eternal mighty one, why hast thou given such power to destroy the generation of men and their works upon the earth? I'm going to repeat that. Why hast thou given such power to destroy the generation of men and their works upon the earth? And he said to me, they who will to do evil, and how much I hate it, and those who do it, over them I give him power and be loved of them. Once again, they who will to do evil, and how much I hate it, and those who do it, over them I gave him power and to be beloved of them. So once again, so God hates evil, and we know how much God hates evil. We know how much God hates any evil, wickedness, and deception, lying, whatever they have to do, God hates that. All right. And so you got people that still, like I had that get over mentality. You don't have to be out there robbing, steal, lying, cheat, but you know you have other little things that you be doing. Yes, you know what you be doing, and and God hates that, but you think it's all right. Oh, it's all right for me to wear lipstick. It's all right for me to make my eyelids like this. It's all right for me to have this weave in my hair. Yeah. It's all right for me to paint my toenails. It's all right for me to put a bracelet around my ankle. But that's a part of all that's a part of Azazel. And that's you living where? You live in the land with Azazel. That's what God told you. That's where you at. You live in the demons. Azazel have taken over everything. And so that's why he tell you. When he said, I'm going to turn you over to a reprobate mind, that's what the Lord God tells you. I'm going to turn you over to Azazel. When you go read the Shepherd of Hermes, and it tell you about the 7 virgins, and it tell you about them 10 women, and say, I'm going to turn you over to the 10 women. Say, oh, no, don't turn me over to the 10 women. Yeah, because those women going to lead you where? Straight to hell. And that's what they're doing. They follow each other, and girl, don't I look good and everything? Yeah, well, you're going to be a good-looking corpse. You're going to be looking good in hell. All right, I'm just telling you. And how much I hate it. And those who do it, see, he hates evil and those who do it. And over them I gave him power to be beloved of them. And so that's that power. Yeah, he gave that power to Azazel. So when you see these pastors, preachers, teachers, and all those people going to get to that also. And they go into the church with all this on and everything. That church is that's not God's church. No, the devil, that was the devil. That's why Jesus took those calls and whipped them out of the church. And they had made the church become what? Money changers. And the Lord God said, the Father's house should be what? A house of prayer. And that's why the Lord God come back to you in Shepherd of Hermes. He tell you about the church and tell you about the tower, which is what? The church, and tell you what the church is made of. Man, come on, man. And but the Lord God and turn all these people, that's where we at. If we want to do whatever Azazel have and these people doing and know how much God hated, the Lord God said, yeah, well, I gave him the power. Say, I gave him power and to be the love of them. So everybody who, yeah, man, when them people be doing all that filthy stuff and collecting monies and thinking they get over it, they love doing that. They love it. Oh yeah, do they love it? All right, well, let's continue on reading. Now answer said, O eternal mighty one, wherefore hast thou willed the effect that evil should be desired in the hearts of man? Now, that's why I just finished telling you. Is it not desire in their heart? And come on, brother. When you in the military, and all the time they're looking for what? For the next mass destruction weapon, the perfect weapon. They love it. Oh, do they love it? They get up in the morning, put on their uniform, got those stars shine or whatever rank they had, and they love it. I loved it too. Not knowing no better, but they know better. And they love it. Then you got these women that going out there and being famous and everything. They love that. And Lord God had turned them over to Azazel because what? They love doing that. So Lord God said, go ahead. You see, he had given them power over there. And all that love there, he gave them power over them. Yeah. Over them I gave him power to be loved of them. And say, oh, turn my wherefore thou will. The fact that evil should be desired in the hearts of men, since thou indeed art angry over that which was willed by thee, and him who is doing what is unprofitable in thy counsel. Because all that's doing is not, it's not profitable, nothing. It's going where? Straight to hell. But no, let's continue on. And he said to me, be angry at the nations on thy account. And he said to me, being angered at the nations on thy account, on account of the people of thy family who are to be separated after thee. And that's what we do. We are separated after him. And we're where we at. Where we at? We're in this land where them people love. They love it all. They love it. Man. All right. The Gale came, get up on the CBS morning. People love doing that. Love putting on all that evil and wicked stuff and going there. If they didn't love it, they wouldn't do it. Come on, man. Okay. Okay, well, I'm just telling you. He said to them, being angry at the nations on account of thy people and family was separated after thee. As thou see in the picture, the burden of destiny that is laid upon them. So it was our destiny to be in this captivity. Lord God already know, but he put us in a captivity. There's a reason to purpose for everything on the sun. And we have learned now it's a twofold call. He did two things. Well, it might be more than that, but we know this. He put us in this captivity, slavery, captivity, serving, whatever you want to say. You know that he put us in there, right? And then he put us in there to what? To get, so we become what? Certain size and heart. So we can see all this evil and wicked stuff going on and don't want to be a part of that. And turn back, keeping what? His commandments and his covenant. And doing what? Obeying his voice. Another thing he did also, to show these people, to bring the law to the different nations also. That's what twofold called. And sometimes more than that. But anyway, let's continue on. Yeah. Oh yeah. And that was our destiny. That was our burden that's laid upon us. So that's over now. But well, let's continue. Now I'll tell thee what shall be, and how much shall be in the last days. So that's what you're looking at. That's why I couldn't see the forest for the street. I'm looking for the last days. The last days are already here. Look now at everything in the picture. Now look, and I saw there what was before me in creation. I saw Adam, Eve existing with him. And what the cunning adversary. Oh, the cunning adversary. And Cain, who act lawless through the adversary and slaughtered Abel. Yeah, so you saw that. And we go read the book of Adam and Eve, man, and see how Satan went into Cain and attacked Cain. He couldn't attack Abel. No, he couldn't attack Abel. Abel was righteous in all the way. Yeah. And the destruction brought on cause upon him through the lawless one. Yeah, because God told you in the book, he said, I would forgive Cain if he would have asked for. Cain didn't ask for forgiveness. Cain went off with Satan, just like Esau did the same thing. I saw there also impurity in those who lust after it, and the pollution and their jealousy and the fire of their corruption and the lowest part of the earth. And we're looking at that now. Right now, you're seeing that the people out there adding sin to sin, marching. Those people in the church house, synagogue, sanctuary, high place, tavern. Man, I was talking to the dude, he said, hey, man, I don't care what one of the faults that you're holding on to, man. You hold on to that stuff all you want, bro. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. Because if they were serving truly God, you think if they're serving God, there'd be all that corruption going on, all that killing going on? Come on, man. Wouldn't be. Wouldn't be, but you still holding on to, oh, I'm Muslim, I'm Hindu, and all that. And all that killing and stuff, Christian too. Y'all the man, Christian and Jews are the man too. Yeah, doing all that. Oh, let me continue on because I'll get on that with you. So, but we getting there. Yeah. I saw also the impurity in those who lust after it, and his pollution, their jealousy, and the fire of their corruption, the lowest part of the earth. And I saw their thief and those who hasten after it, and the arrangement of their retribution, the judgment of the great assizes. I saw their naked men, forehead against each other. I saw their naked men, the forehead against each other. and their disgrace and their passion which they had against each other and their retribution. I saw the desire in the hand and the head of every kind of lawlessness, and her scorn and her waist assigned to prediction. So he showed forth Abraham everything. He showed it all to him. So why? So he can tell us, so he can warn us and let us know when the last days are. When is the last hour of the age? That's right there. Let me continue on, because I'm trying to get to one spot. Most of this stuff you already know. I can read it to you over and over again. All right. I saw there because he gave me something different this time. Now, this is what he gave me. This is what he gave me. I saw there in the likeness of the idol of jealousy, having the likeness of a woodwork such as my father was wont to make, and his statue was glittering bronze. So we got a statue there coming up. That's right. We got the statue. When they start this one world religion, they're going to have a statue there. And I told you I had a dream about the men had a statue in their hand. Yeah, I seen that statue in their hand, a little small statue they had in hand representing the Lord's statue. And it was going up there and it was going off the wall. Yeah, yeah, and it was in the church house they was doing that. Oh, yeah. I had that dream somewhere. I didn't read that dream. It's in one of my other videos. Yeah, in the church house they had that statue in their hand. And the men stand up there and they going off the wall. Man. Oh, yeah. And before it a man, and he worshiped it. And before it a man, he worshiped it. And in the front of him an altar, and upon it a boy slain in the presence of the idol. Once again, I'll read this to you because this is so important. Because when you see this, you know that the wicked one, you know. I saw there the likeness of an idol of jealousy, having the likeness of woodwork such as my father was wont to make, and his statue was of glittering bronze, and before it a man, and he worshipped it, and in front of him an altar, and upon it a boy slain in the presence of the idol. But I said to him, what is the idol, and what is the altar, and who are they that are sacrificed, or who is the sacrificer? Okay. Or what is the temple which I see that is beautiful in art and beauty? Yeah. Say, or what is the temple which I see that is beautiful in art, and its beauty being like the glory that lies beneath thy throne? Okay. So we tell you all that right in there. There's going to have a temple. Now you know you're waiting on that third temple. And in that third temple, they're going to have that idol there. And then that idol there, they're going to have on the altar boy that they have slain God, because they're slain that to their God. And the God that they worship, that demon, yeah, he kneeled before the boy that he had just slain. Come on, man. Come on, man. He said, before a man, he's worshiping it. In the front of him, the altar. He's kneeling down, worshiping. How you worship? Something going to stand up there and worship, or you're going to kneel down before it and worship. Come on, bro. In front of him, the altar, and upon the boy slain in the presence of the idol. And I said to him, what is the idol? What is the altar? Who are the sacrifice? Or what is the temple which I say beautiful? Oh, like the night beneath the throne. So you know that is what? The third temple. Because it's like the temple of God, but it's not. I see that it is beautiful in all its beauty, being like the glory that lies beneath thy throne. But it's not. It's like it, but it's not. Come on, man. So when these people start off, which is here now, it's here now. Yeah. They'll be coming knocking on your door. And either you're going to accept their new religion or you're not. Man, Jesus tell you that in the book of Revelation. These pastors preach around, these prophets and everything, sitting out this morning telling you the same thing. Even though he told you, I pour out my spirit upon all flesh. Even though they're not doing it 100%, even though they're not doing the way that you and I know they should be doing it, but they're doing just about, and they are the ones that are going to be left behind. Well, let me continue on reading. No. Let me continue on to read, because this is why I thought, don't worry about all you getting likes and views, man. Long as you know the truth, that's all it counts. That's all that counts, man. You don't worry about everybody else, because everybody else not gonna make it. I'm gonna show you that. Let's continue on. All right. Yeah, everybody not gonna receive this knowledge. He already told you that. All right. All right, let's see. He said, "Here, Abraham, this is what thou seest. The temple, the altar, and the beauty is my idea of the priesthood of my glorious name. It's my idea of the priesthood of my glorious name." So now, when he said my idea of the priesthood and the glorious name, well, we ain't talking about the high places, temple, tabernacle, synagogue, all those religions. You can see it all. Go watch J Post or one of them. Yeah, Jerusalem Post, and see how they have all the religions lined up. All that is of Satan. None of that is of God, because why? It's a religion that what is made by man. Come on, man. And that's what the law of God telling you and showing you. Well, let's get a little deeper into it. And this is gonna get a little deeper into it. Way deep into it. Well, let's continue on. But let's just say, he said, "This is my idea of the priesthood of my glorious name." So that's what it's supposed to be. Yeah, all these churches, synagogues, sanctuary, and high place temple, it was supposed to be what? It was supposed to be the idea of God's glorious name. Did he not say that? And did he say, "Not my house should be the house of prayer"? But you have turned into what? A den of thieves. Come on, man. "And which dwell in every single prayer of man." Every single prayer of man. "And the kings, in the rise of kings and prophets. And whatsoever sacrifice I ordained to be offered to me among my people will come out of thy generation." And so while you have all this evil and wicked stuff going on, you still have Abraham's seed. We still have the seed of righteousness. And every time the Lord God sent us something down, little by little, he gave me little by little how to sacrifice to him. Yeah. How to be righteous unto him. What is acceptable unto him and what is not acceptable unto him. Yeah. But you got these other people and everything, man. The people, well, let's continue on reading that. "But the statute with thy sword is my anger, wherewith the people anger me who proceed for me from thee." Now, so you got a lot of people out there that Jesus told you, don't hold a lot of. Yeah, rightfully should sit by what Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, but what are you going to say? He said, "Get away from me." He ain't going to cast him out. Say, I know you're not, or work of what? Iniquity. And they're going to have these people there, and they're going to say, this is the name of that Messiah, because that Messiah that they're waiting for have a name, or that Iman, or whatever they're waiting on. Because they're waiting on, I mean, I've been through that before. I don't remember it right now. But all of them are waiting on that Messiah. All of them are waiting on, yeah. You got the Muslim and the Jews are waiting on the same people. Now you got to understand this also. I read that to you. When Father Abraham, after Mother Sarah died and Isaac was born, she died. She died. Satan killed her. Yeah, I read that to you how Satan killed her. But anyway, so he had 6 other sons, and they are circumcised. And that's what you talk about, the 7 kingdoms. Come on, Ishmael and all the rest of it. He had 6 other sons, but you know he had Ishmael made what? 7. And who Isaac made? The 8th. Come on, bro. And the blessing went to who? Isaac. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. Catch up, catch up. But these 7 kingdoms are coming together now. Yeah, them 7 kingdoms are coming together now. And who are they coming after? Israel, the true Israel, not the Jews, the true Israel. That's who they come by. The Jews trying to wipe us off the face of the earth. Yeah. So they can claim it all. Man, the devil told you what he was doing way back in the book of Adam and Eve. The devil said, "I'm going to destroy them all, and God going to have to love me. God going to have to come back and accept me." Well, that's in the book of Adam and Eve. I didn't read that to you. Man, that's what this is about. This is still at the same thing. It don't change, man. Wickedness. But the wicked go for what? Wickedness. We haven't never changed. And you in those church houses and synagogue and all that's of the devil. How I know? Because God's showing you right there. He said, "I'm the one turned it over to them. I'm the one." Because that is my anger. Let's say, "But the statute with thy sword in my anger, wherewith the people anger me who are proceed for me from thee." So that's all of them who wants to worship God and everything, but you're not worshiping God. You're worshiping everything of Azazel, these statues, these ornaments, this go watch them. They didn't go to church this morning. Yeah, because they opened it up and all of them going to be back in the same church house, doing the same old thing, wearing the same old type of clothing, same old earring, kissing each other and dressing all the Azazel and calling themselves serving God. And that's God's anger. Yeah, well, he let him go ahead on back. But you know what he's going to do next time? If he could keep 2 billion people, he's going to kill. Why? Because he's angry. Because y'all come from Abraham, but y'all don't want to serve God. Like Abraham, our father Abraham said, God. Well, okay. Once again, but the statue which thou saw is my anger, wherewith the people anger me will proceed from me, from thee. And you know what they tell you, say, either you're going to get this vaccine or you're going to die. Either you're going to serve this beast or you're going to die. Either you're going to serve and worship this statue, this false God, this dignity, this false Messiah, or whoever, or you're going to do what? Or you're going to be killed. But that's the God's anger. Then you got people like you said, let me keep on reading. But I get here and I tell you, but I can read it much better. But the man, stop it. I know I'm not the best of reading, but I can read it better than what I can tell you. But the man who thou sawest slaughtering, that is he who incite murderous sacrifice. Now, but the man whom thou sawest slaughtering, see, that's what he's going to be doing. They're going to be coming slaughtering, taking out your house and killing you, bringing you to this internment camp because they want you to do what? I didn't read those dreams to you, that they want you to serve this beast to get it small. Man, they're going to be doing it. It's up on you now, but you're not paying attention because they got you blind in these church hours. All right? Well, you're going to see when I just finished reading that to you. When the righteous is going to be gone with the law of God, and the rest of them got to go through this tribulation. Yeah, that's why I'm reading it to you. But you don't. You haven't gotten yet. Don't sink it. Yeah, thou sawest slaughtering. See, this man going to be slaughtering. He's going to be slaughtering everybody that don't fall down and worship that idol, just like it done in the book of Daniel. When Nebuchadnezzar made that cake, that statue of gold, and told them, now y'all got to worship this idol. Yeah, well, yeah. It's the same, bro. It's the same. I told you the name of that idol. The Lord God, man, I just read you the name of that idol. Yeah, the idol have a name. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That is he who incite murderous sacrifice. So they're going to be sacrificed. Of sick, which are witness to me of the final judgment, even at the beginning of creation. Now, but it says, which are a witness to me at the final judgment. So when you see them, when you see that come on the scene, the wicked one come on the scene, which he is not, he just haven't revealed himself. And they see that temple then gone up, and you see that they start the sacrificing of the Christians and the Muslims and all those who thought they was serving God, but you wasn't. You were serving, you were serving him. Yeah, you were serving Azazel. That's who you serving. Yeah, and you're going to have to start paying for it. All right. That's what he said. He said what? Of sick, which are a witness to me of the final judgment. So when the Lord God, most gracious Father, see that going on, then you know that's what? That's ordained. That is the final judgment. Yeah, even at the beginning of creation. But we know now when Esau, because that's the final judgment. When Esau when Esau, I read that prophecy too. When Esau on everything, that's when they're going to come in. Because what he's going to do an act. He's going to do an unspeakable act. And that's an unspeakable act. Killing God, sacrificing God, preaching there. That's going to be those white folks, the Edomites and the Esau's and those who choose their way, especially the 7 kings, but everybody that chooses their way, that's what they're going to be doing. They're in cahoots together. All right. And say, even at the beginning, so you got to go back and say what I told you. When Esau ends, Jacob begins. Esau is the end. I just read that to you. Esau is the end of the age, and Jacob is the beginning of the age. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is what? The beginning of the world. Come on, man. That's what he told him. To me, of the final judgment, even at the beginning of creation. Come on, man. Well, let's continue on. And I said, oh, eternal mighty one, wherefore thou established that it should be so, and that proclaim the knowledge thereof. See, And that's the knowledge, but they don't want that. They don't want this, what I'm telling them. No, they don't want that. They want to continue on just like they're doing. Following Hazazel and those what? Sacrifices and that statue and those statues in the church out and everything. They want them to keep on going. You know how it's going to end now. And I say, O eternal mighty one, wherefore hast thou established that it should be so, and proclaim the knowledge thereof? And he said to me, hear, Abraham, understand what I say to thee, and answer me as I question thee. Why did thy father Terah not listen to thy voice? And why did he not cease from his devilish idolatry until he perished, and his whole household with it? And so that's what's going on now. Now you tell him, repent, get out there, man. You got the HOI people and Seventh-day Adventist people and IUIC. They're doing the same thing. Go look at them. Look at them with their jewelry around. Look at them with the Star of David around that Moloch, the false. Look at them. Just look at them. And line them up with that Zazel. And you see that these people are false. And I keep telling you all that, but who am I? There's a messenger for the law warning you. I mean, that's all I can do. Warn you, keep warning. They're like Father Noah, warn you. Then one day, it's here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now I say, oh, turn to my one. I was entirely because he did not choose to listen to me. But I too did not follow his words. See? And just like I'm telling y'all now, they choose not to listen to me, come straight from the law of God. But, but what I said, I'm not following their works. And got a whole lot of people out there. Don't think that I'm alone. Oh, no. Just like he told Elijah last time. When Elijah said, they didn't kill all the prophets and everything. And I alone stayed alone, the righteous men. The Lord God told Elijah, not so Elijah. I got 5,000 or 7,000 have never bowed down to Baal. We got a whole lot of people out there. Yeah, got billions of people that haven't bowed down to this stuff. Yes, they do. You just don't know. God knows, like he told us, they're not here from my eyes. Yeah. Okay, don't think you're the only one. They got a lot of them out there. Yeah. Of course, if you don't know nobody else, you know the 144,000 are out there. All right, I'm just telling you. Yeah. All right. He said, hear Abraham, as the counsel of thy father is in him, and as thy counsel is in thee, so also the counsel of my will in me, ready for the coming days. Before thou hast knowledge of this, or can see with thy eyes what is the future in them, how those of thy seed will be. Look in the picture. Now, all right, so now we're looking at how we going to be. When we say thy seed, that's who are we not the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? Are we not? Come on, man, we're the seed, man. We're the seed of what? Israel. We're not the Jews, we're the seed of Israel. That's two different people. And the reason why a lot of people get mixed and confused because they group the Jews and the Hebrews and Israel all together, but that's not so. The Jews and the Israel spoke what? Hebrew. That's what we did, spoke Hebrew. Now, the Jews, they spoke Yiddish also because why? Because Hebrew was not their original tongue. For the Abraham tongue, original tongue, what? It's Hebrew. And so that's why they spoke Yiddish. Okay, well, I'm just telling you, keep it, it's still boiling down the line. Yeah. Yeah. And I looked and saw, and lo, the picture swayed from it, emerged on its left side, a heathen people. See, emerged on its left side, a heathen people. And they pillage those who were on the right side. Pillage. Those on, I mean, they stole, they plundered, did everything they wanted to do. Those on the right side, men and women and children. So they slaughtered. Other they retained with themselves. So some they killed, some they slaughtered, some what? Retained with themselves. What? Made a slave of them. Come on, bro. Read, bro. Now you wouldn't can understand. Lo, I saw them and ran toward them through 4 entrances, and they burnt the temple with. Right, but let's stop right there. They say, lo, I saw them run towards them through 4 entrances. So that's what 4 times we've been in slavery. 4 times we've been out of our land. All right. Well, this is the last time. All right. Let's keep on reading. We're going to see that this is the last time. And they burnt the temple with fire, and the holy things that were in there they plundered. And I said, oh, eternal mighty one, Lord, the people that sprung from me, Father Abraham, whom thou hast accepted, the hordes of the heathen do plunder. And so they kill, while others they hold fast as aliens. And their temple they have burnt with fire, and the beautifying thing they do rob and destroy. Now, has that not all happened right now in the day? They're still doing the same thing. They're still stealing from you. That's why your neighborhoods look the same way, your schools look the same way. That's why. All right. Okay. And it says, except the hordes of the heathen. So all of them doing it. All of them doing it. They do plunder and they kill. They're not still killing you. And then when you go to that, then when you go talk to them about it, what? All of them in cahoots there. Just been reading that book of Joshua when Nimrod. Yeah, everybody was along with Nimrod. The government, the lawyers, the doctors, everybody was, and nobody went against Nimrod. Come on, man. Same thing going on now. And you want to say, well, how could they do that? Because all of them what? All together. Go read the Wisdom of Solomon and find out. Go find out. I never read that to you before. Yeah. Okay. The hold fast as aliens. Just like right now today, you're holding fast as what? Over in this country, you don't belong because you're an alien. You're alien to them. And the temple they had burnt with fire, and the beautifying thing there they do rob and destroy. If they're not done it. Eternal mighty one, if this be so, wherefore hast thou now lacerated my heart, and why should this be so? So we say lacerate, cut them to the heart, man. Yeah, just like when them tears drop down from my eyes, I'll tell you about how women have become, man. And boy, how Jesus told you is that fall, how great is that fall, that darkness, how great is that darkness. And that's what you're looking at. Yeah, where there once was the glory, and I told you, read that to you, once there was the glory of all nations. Our women was something to have, but not no more. Not no more. And he said to me, here, Abraham, what thou hast seen should happen on account of thy seed, who angered me by the reason of the stature with thy sword. Now, why we anger him? Say, on account of thy seed, who angered me by the reason of stature with thy. Why? Because that's what we serve. We're not serving God. We're not keeping his commandment. I mean, I can't say it like that. But anyway, they're not serving God. They're not keeping his commandment. They're not keeping the statutes. He's not keeping the judgment. So that's the anger. God said, well, since they won't serve something, just like he gave you King, just like he gave you Martin Luther King, just like he gave you Malcolm X, just like he gave you Kuman Totami, what his name is, oh man. Yeah, Snake. The head of Snake. His name will come to me. Snow McCormick. Yeah. Matthew Evans, he gave it all the things. King David, King Saul, he gave it all those things. Yes, he did. He did. He gave it all those things. And you want all these things, but you don't want the Lord God himself. You don't want, you don't want God himself. You don't want to serve God. You don't want to keep his commandment. You don't want to keep his statute. You don't want to keep his judgment. You want everything but that. And so what the Lord God do says, since they want it, give it to them. Give them that statue. Let them serve as Zazel. Yeah, all right. He said to me, here, Abraham, what thou hast seen should be happening on account of thy seed who angered me by reason of the statue with thy sword, on account of the human slaughter in the picture, through the zeal in the temple. See, wood and stone that you serve, and as thou sawest, so shall it be. That's good. That's what they want. They want to go to church. They want to serve God. They want to listen to my voice. They're stubborn, stiff-necked, and rebellious. That we say they're stiff-necked with people. They're rebellious people. People that don't seek God. People that don't want no knowledge of God. That's what he said. So now what are you going to do? Turn you over onto it. And they come. You'll be pulling out your house. Did you have the vaccine? You got to take this vaccine. Take this vaccine or you go to them guillotine. Take this vaccine. But you got to understand, also, the law of God, people going to be gone. We're going to be gone. Oh, yeah. I mean, I know I'm going to be gone. But you're going to be gone. He's going to come and get you and bring you back over to Holy Mount Zion. You're going to be changed in a twinkle of an eye. And even though some of y'all gonna be changed for your lives, some of y'all gonna still have to go through what? Gonna still have to go through that tribulation. Even though some of y'all gonna be changed, some of y'all not. But y'all gonna go through that tribulation. And those that he gonna come and take with them, the 5 that have oil, 5 that have the virgins, where they going? They going over there to the Holy Mount Zion. I done read that to you, the shepherd of armies. Yeah. Not just that. Many other books I done read that to you. Wait for these on. Well, let's continue on reading. Well, let's see. All right. All right. Reading a statue that I saw on account of the human slaughter in the picture through the zeal in the temple. So yeah, them Jews and things, they're gonna tell you, yeah, they're gonna be together. Yeah, them people that calling Jesus by all these different names and been talking about this is his Hebrew name and all like that. They're gonna be against those who call the Lord God Jesus Christ. I know a man right now, he won't call Jesus at all. He don't want to be around nobody calling, and they prepare. They prepare. All right, well, let me continue on reading, show you that they prepared to kill. All right, and as thou sawest, so shall it be. And I said, O eternal mighty one, may the works of evil wrought in ungodliness now pass by, but show me rather those who fulfill the commandments, even the works of his righteousness, for thou canst do this. And he said to me, the time of righteousness meet them first through the holiness flowing from kings, the righteous dealing rulers, who I at first created in order from such to rule among them. Now, so he said, the time of the righteous meet them first through the holiness flowing from the kings. So we know we had some righteous kings. Then we know we had some righteous rulers that wasn't king. That he first ordained, like Enoch, Noah, Shem, Jared, all those people. Yeah, then you had some righteous King David, and then you go into that, tell you who all was righteous. Then you had some righteous rulers. Man, he showed you all that. Yeah, whom I first created in order such to rule among them. So when he tell you you're gonna turn the horse back to the Father, the horse back to the children. That's what he tell you, turn you back to all those who he left his spiritual righteousness for. So that's what I be reading to you. Like the 12 patriarchs, Father Abraham, Father Isaac, Jacob, Father Noah. Now give you all these people that was righteous rulers, that was righteous kings, that they had all the righteousness. That's what he said. I'm turning your hearts back to them. I'm turning your hearts back to them as the righteousness, and you're supposed to seek them out and follow their ways, because that's what he had did. He had left them for us. All right. But from these issue men who care for their, but from these issue men who care for their interests. So you had apostles, and after the apostles and everything, when you go to, I guess I can read it to you. Let me read it to you. Yeah, I can read it to you. Let me see if I can get out of here for a minute. I'm gonna read it to you. Because this just haven't started, it been started. Yeah, Apostle Paul told us this, that it was coming. Yeah, there was one. If you go and see, when you go to this book here, go to Clement. And Clement told you, he told you it was coming. They hadn't started back in Apostle Paul time, what they was doing. Well, let's see. Going to, I think it's St. John. Yeah, not John. 2nd John, I think it is. Yeah, 2nd John, he told you what they was doing. Yeah, where, man, come on. Let me see. Wait a minute. This is what he said. This 2nd John, I'm not reading all that to you. Say in verse 6, and this is love, he walked after his commandments. This is the commandment that, as we have heard from the beginning, you should walk in it. For many deceivers have entered into the world who confess not Jesus Christ is coming in flesh. This is a deceiver, the Antichrist. So we know that you got a lot of Jews, but you got a lot of other people out there too. Oh yeah, you got a lot of other people, especially those people calling Jesus by those different names and everything. Man, this watch, you're gonna see. Say, look to yourself that we lose not those things which we have brought, but that we receive a full reward. Whosoever transgress abideth not in the doctrine of Christ and have not, oh no, wait. Yeah, nope, that ain't the one I want to see. No, I guess it's the next one. Forgive me. We're gonna go to the 3rd chapter, the 3rd John. I mean, it's in there also, but I have a specific one that I want. Okay. the elder unto the well-beloved Gaius, whom I love in truth. Beloved, I wish above all things thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as the soul prosper. So that what he's talking about, your soul's prosper, your spirit prosper, not financially, right? And be in good health. I rejoice greatly when the brethren came to testify the truth that is in thee, even as thou walkest in truth. I have no greater joy than thou hearest that the children walk in truth. Beloved, thou doest faithfully whatsoever thou doest to the brother and to strangers, which have been borne witness of charity before the church, whom if thou bring forward on the journey after good godly sort, thou should do well. But you also know what the church is not. Go check it on. Because for his name's sake, they went forth taking nothing of the Gentile. So what they went for, taking nothing of the Gentile. So these people, same way on YouTube and Facebook and everything, and they put these commercials and everything up there, and they think, why, you're doing no wrong. But you still taking up who? The Gentile. You still got your PayPal and thing, and give to my ministry. And And that's why you turn it over to, that's why you won't go through that tribulation. Just keep watching. We therefore ought to receive such that we might be fellow helpers to the truth. I write into the church, but Diotrephes, who loveth to have the preeminence among them and receiveth it not. And so just like when I was going to church house and everything, and trying to bring them the word of God, trying to tell them the vision or the dream that Lord God had given me to give unto them, man, the people don't want to hear that. Don't you? Man, the people kick me out of that church so many. Yeah, people kick me out of the church and get out of here. We don't want to hear that. Oh yeah. And they just want the money thing, especially Seventh-day. All I'm doing it. I'm just telling Seventh-day Adventists because they're the one that claim to have the only truth out there because they keep the Sabbath. And that's a big lie too. But they don't tell you to keep the Sabbath day because you once was what? Slaves in Egypt or servants. They don't tell you that. So that's a big lie upon itself. All right. I write into the church of Diotrephes, who loveth to have the preeminence among them, receive us not. Just like the Pharisees and the scribes, Jesus will tell them all the time. They didn't receive Jesus, they're not going to receive you. All right. Wherefore, if I come, I remember his deeds, which he doeth planting against us with malicious words. See that? Wherefore, if I come, I remember his deeds, which he do planting against us with malicious words, and not content therewith, neither through him himself receive the brother, and forbid them that they would be cast him out of the church. Okay? So you go in there with all this righteousness and all this what they have received from God and go try to tell them people and see how long we stay in the church. Yeah, you going to church house now. Man, they got armed guards in the church. And they're supposed to be what? Dependent upon the law of God and having faith in God. Man, come on. I just like that priest of dirt over there called Israel. Same thing. They're supposed to be a land that truly dependent upon God and everything, but they're not. Because they're not Jews. They got all type of weaponry. And it's assassinating people all around the world. That's what they're doing. And y'all going around and behind, sending them up. Bless Israel, and God gonna bless you. But that's not Israel. If you blessing Israel and God gonna bless you, then why everything going out, they're gonna destroy the world. God gonna destroy the world. God gonna destroy America. Why did God come in a dream and tell you all? And I came out my own fire, out my own mouth that he put in. Only one thing happened, only one thing is left. The destruction of America. Yep. Oh yeah. That's what it said. I've been looking for it, but I can't find it. Yeah, that's what he told me. It came out of my mouth. Said, only one thing left. The destruction of America. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But anyway, so you got all this church now. That's what he's giving you. He's warning. That's why he closed them down with this virus and then they got other stuff coming too. Oh, a lot of other stuff coming. That's just the first. Yeah. And he's gonna shut them down. I got a dream about it. Yeah, I had dreams about it this week. I'm not telling you now. Maybe tomorrow. If I don't do tomorrow, maybe Tuesday. But you're gonna get it. Hopefully that you receive it. But anyway, forbid them there and cast them out the church. The people don't want to hear them people. And that's the same thing. When they come and get you, you're gonna have to serve this statue, serve the man that's over that statue, which is the demon. The fallen one himself. Yeah, or you gonna die. You're gonna take this vaccine. or you're going to die. All that's so you can be able to accept those demons that's coming. Beloved, follow not that which is evil, but that which is good. He that doeth good is of God, but he that doeth evil hath not seen God. You got all those people over that land complaining that they have seen God, that they're God's chosen people and all that, but that's a lie. No, man, that's a, oh man, come on, man, that's a lie. And just like I told you, I'm telling you again, and they got all that weaponry and over and all that, and tell you, bless Israel and God, bless Israel and God gonna bless you. They still sitting the money over there, and they go over there and goes. That's not of God. Lord God told us, when they tell you I'm over here, believe it not. When they say I'm in the desert, believe it not. That's what he told us. It's, yeah, just like the sun, just as I went up, that's how I'm coming back. Yeah, and so this is another thing. If you bless them, then why all this violence in the land? You blessing them. It say, peace on Israel and peace gonna be on you. But it's this country in peace, it's the world in peace, and all them stopping over there and sitting over there, and those are God's chosen people and everything. And as they're doing that, the world is starting to what? Implode. Sorrows upon sorrow, weeping and weeping and tears upon tears. You see? But you're falling for the old open door. I did the same thing in this church house. Going to church house, preaching and everything, getting sick as a dog. Yeah? And God just wanted me to tell me, I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, and then the church house, they said, let me see it. Let me see it. They're not serving me. They're serving that Zazak. They go. That's what y'all doing. But you're about to pay for it. Let's continue on. I'm almost through, man. I'm almost through. I'm about to pay for it. Yeah, I'm gonna stop. Maybe I'll take up some more tomorrow. But anyway, let's continue on. Yeah, because that's what's happening. But they don't see it that way. No. But look what they say once again. Yeah, because you got those pastors, all they care about themselves. Their jets, their houses, their children, and make sure they're going to find school, to buy the place, and make sure they have so much money in the bank and drive the best of them and walk like a proud surfer. That's what they're doing. Yeah, and they'll care about you because they care about you. They make sure they like Jesus, like the apostle. They made sure that they kept the Spirit of God to do what? To heal you. To heal the sick, to raise the dead, to get by. That's what they did because they care about what? Man, just like when the Lord God came and said, who do you care about? Do you care about yourself or do you care about the people? Because if you care about the people, you're going to slack off and ask you and humble yourself so you can keep your power all the time that He has given you. So when somebody do come by you and they know that they have the faith and say, come, heal me, please, they can do it. Or they touch the hem of garment, won't be healed, they can do it. Why? Because if you keep yourself closer as to the law of God is power. Matter of fact, His Spirit's in you. His power is in you. Yeah, just like Jesus said, just like when we read Father Abraham, that you're going to be stars like the heaven. What power? Not just stars like the heaven with no power. I mean, the thousands of preachers stuff, they ain't got no power. Let's find out. Say, but from these is men who care for their interests. See, that's all they care for, their interest. That's why they're going to be serving that statue. Oh, yeah. You know what to do? I don't care what picture you look at. What you say. I told you about the crushing of the locusts. They make that okay sign. Every preacher that you see now, you don't have to wash their hands just because they're going to do it fast and quick and hope that you don't see it. Hope that you don't get it. Some of them do it twice. Some of them do it both hands. Say something and throw it up there real quick. And some of them just do it with one hand, throw it. But look at that. And then look at all those movies and television things that you see and watching. During that picture scene, they're going to cuss. They're going to crush the locusts. Yes, they are. And they throw it an okay sign. They crush it. What? The 3 locusts. Some say 5, but it's 3. And watch them do it. Watch them do the okay sign. When they do the okay sign with their finger, you know, so yeah, oh yeah, they're above Satan. But I didn't see T.D. Jakes do it. I didn't see I don't do it. I seen a man do it this morning. What that man do? Jesse the Prince. I didn't see all of them do it, really. Yeah, just watch them. When they be preaching, next thing you know, they throw up their sign. Yeah, watch. But from these issue men who cares for their interest as I have made known to thee, and thou hast seen. All right. Now, okay, so that's, let me see. Let me see. I got so mighty holler. Well, I could stop there. I can stop right there. No, well, I mean, because next part is about us, and like I say, I have other dreams. I have other dreams that yeah, I have other dreams that I'm gonna share with you tomorrow. Tomorrow, if not tomorrow, Tuesday, or if not tomorrow during my regular time, 10 something, 11 something. I'll do it after after after. I'll do it sometime tomorrow. I'll make sure. I'll make sure that I do it sometime tomorrow. If the Lord God say the same. Because that's what he's showing you. Now that's what you're waiting on. That's how you know you're in the last stage and last hour. Because that statue at temple gonna go up. He showed you. Father Abraham told you, he said that temple gonna go up. We're gonna receive our power. And all the other stuff has been felt in mind. Now you know that they're in the church house who they're serving. How you know that they're serving these people? Go read Azazel. Go read them in the book of Enoch. Go read them in Isaiah, or read them in Jeremiah. He's in there. They painted their face, they have braces and ornaments. All this of who? Azazel. All this of Azazel. Yeah, and then we go read J Post, Jerusalem Post, and they bragging about all the stuff. That's the demons bragging. I told you, the demons like to be worshipped like men. They sure do. And they bragging about all the weaponry and everything they got. And then if you don't understand none of that, go to the Testament of Solomon. And demon point blank said, this tyranny that you have over us, that's only going to be a short while. But they're going to come in there and break them drawers and destroy the temple. And we're going to have free reign over the world. And they're going to worship us like we are gods. Come on, man. All that's going down. So you know you're at the end. So what you waiting for? You're waiting for the temple. You're waiting for them to sacrifice. Yeah, because they're going to sacrifice human beings on that altar. Human beings. Virgin men. That's a virgin man. You can't make no sacrifice. That he have to be a man and he have to be a virgin. And they're going to sacrifice. Just like once before I told you, just like they sacrificed Joy Moore. Yeah, she was a virgin and she was a woman and made a sacrifice. Yeah. These people haven't stopped. That's why the Lord God told you what they were doing. But who am I to do this? Stubborn, stiff-necked, rebellious people. You're about to pay now. Yeah, I mean, if I tell you something, you know why the Lord God gave it to me. How would you know that? Lord God tell me, man, boy, and I read that yesterday. Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah. I told Father Abraham, now let me tell you what's in my heart. And that said, no man knows the heart of God. Yeah, Father Abraham knew the heart of God. Because God told us, let me tell you what's in my heart. What I have prepared for them in the last day of the final judgment. And that's where you at right now. If you see it all thing, just take the time. Look at it, observe, man. But I know I tell you all this. I go through all this because all those things that have happened to me and I repent. And it's all about repent. Father Adam, from Adam all the way through. Now I have read that everything is about whether you're going to repent or not. Whether you're going to serve the Lord God with all your heart, soul, mind, and might, or you're not. And so that's what. And I've been through this. But also I have power. Lord, yes, I have power. Do I have power? And Lord God wants you to have power too. Yeah, he gave every man a measure of faith. But you also can build upon that faith. Yeah, Lord God, the disciples asked him, say, how can we build upon our faith? How can we have more faith? And Jesus told, I'm not telling you the secret. You got to find that up on your own. And then I just kept on humbling myself and being obedient. And he kept showing me how I could build upon my faith. How to build. And all of a sudden, man, I start doing stuff I didn't know I could do. Yeah, but it's about healing people. It's not about destruction so much as about healing. You want to have the power to heal people. Yeah, but you can't heal nobody. If they're going to continue on with this sin, like when Lord God healed that woman, he told us, now don't go sin no more. Then when he healed those lepers, that's all about. That you go and don't sin no more. But he knew the church. He knew that what these Jews and the heathen was going to do to us, like the Catholic Church and the Jewish church, how they got together and made us proselyte. And so when we get converted and Jesus comes to life, the first thing we do, we go run to the church out. And so when we go run to the church out, 7 demons more wicked than before get into him. And then all that power that the Lord had given you to heal the sick, to raise the dead, to give the blind sight, you lose all that. I told you that. And I lost all that. And I thought I would go, man, that's a miserable feeling to walk around with no power. It's miserable. Miserable. But then when I repented and keeping his covenant, he gave all that back to me. All that back to me. And I'm telling you now, right now, I'm telling you. See how you gonna know when you got it? Angels gonna start visiting you, but don't worry, you're gonna have a few demons gonna visit you too, to test you to see if you know if you got your power. But then after that, when you call on that name, them angels start, and them demons start fleeing. When you're walking down the street, you hear them demons howling out and screaming to you, then you know you got your power. Then you're going to start seeing angels. You're going to start hearing angels. Angels start visiting you in your household. And then all of a sudden, you're going to start knowing everybody, people in your household and your kin people. And when they're doing something wrong or they're about to leave out this world, well, I'm going to show you. Like I told you, I see death all the time, just like it showed me the death of America. It showed me the death of the world. Yeah, oh yeah, it showed it to me. But anyway, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. But so that's what I'm trying to. That's why I'm going through all this. So when you repent, you know that you got a power. You don't be walking around like the day walking along today with these pastors and preachers and all that. They're teaching you all this stuff, and you're watching them with obesity, and watching them sit there as a dog, and looking at them, looking at them, and they're trying to tell you something when they need to take it up for themselves. Yeah, look at that church house. Look at them, bro. And watch how they dress. Watch how they speak. And they go into the church house and they're running and breaking those doors down like they're serving God when they're not. Just reading it. Well, they got to go to that. Just that. I'm giving to the rest of it to tomorrow, but you're going to see where you're at. And you're in the final hour, in the final age. That's where you're at. I mean, I went over this before, but since the Lord God brought it back to me, I studied it, and he told me that I'm going to show you what's in my heart. And so when he showed me what's in his heart, but man, it's amazing, but it's amazing how you can read something and go over it many times and don't understand. Because I read the Bible the same way. I read the Bible many times, just different passages and everything, and know nothing. Thinking I know because some man told me that it was, and it was not like that at all. And then when you go to Shepherd of Harmonies and start reading that, and then you got your ministering angel. Oh man, that's another thing. When your ministering angel comes, and you know that it's that's another power. This is not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, see the Lord of hosts. And I'm Elijah. Until next time.